It's time to crack open a cold one and embrace the absurd. This is the Exploded Mini Show. Here we go.
We're talking about music the other day with sports guy Travis over here, remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember that show.
Sure, absolutely. We kind of got on the subject of white rappers, and we were talking about rap and hip hop, and some citations were going around, and you happened to mention your real rapper that you announced was Rick Ross. Do you remember?
Oh, fuck yeah. He has a song called You're Nobody Till Somebody Kills You. I love that fucking song. But
Rick Ross's whole persona is stolen from a homie he went to school with.
Well, what do you mean? Like, I don't know. You're telling me shit I don't know, man.
Highway Rick Ross.
The highway Rick Ross from the highway. He's actually, the Rick Ross that we know and that you know has stolen his persona and story and history from Rick Ross from the highway, who he went to school with and grew up with. But this guy went to jail for slinging crack. And
wait, is this the guy that I think I saw a movie about this guy? Freeway Rick Ross, right? Not Highway.
Freeway
That's
Rick
what I said.
Yes.
What a twist. Highway Rick Ross is not Highway Rick Ross is like a dude you don't want to pick up and give a ride to, but Freeway Rick Ross was he was like the king of South Central Los Angeles crack dealers.
Well, this is where
I didn't realize that Rick Ross stole that from the other guy, though.
He's being sued for it currently.
By the other Rick Ross?
The real Rick Ross from the freeway is out of prison.
You know when you say Rick Ross like 20 times, it loses all meaning?
Or it's like Beetlejuice and he's about to walk through the door over here because
what up, bitches? He kicks in the wall like the fucking
Kool-Aid guy.
The Kool-Aid man. I'm Rick Ross, bitches. Drink up.
Y'all said my name 20 times.
You bring up an interesting point, though, Tyson, because...
Isn't that bizarre?
Well, so what happened, like, if I'm understanding it correctly, okay, so this is the first time I've heard it, but essentially the crack dealer, went to prison. As soon as he goes to prison, the other Rick Ross goes, well, fuck it, he's in jail. I'm going to take his shit and I'm going to take his whole life story and his name and rap about it. And then I guess he didn't expect the other guy to get out. The other guy gets out and goes like, you stole my fucking identity, man.
Exactly.
Like, you owe me like $1 million.
Yeah, and he's writing a book. And he did a whole podcast tour. That's how I heard about the guy. I heard him on the JRE.
Yeah, man, this is interesting. I wonder, I'm just thinking that through, though. I wonder if you could, I'm trying to think of somebody else's, if I could, could I be, if I was a rapper, could I just be like Charles Manson now? Like, he's not getting out of jail anytime soon.
I brainwashed 16 girls and made them commit murders, yo! Listen to me flow, yo!
Bunch of Beach Boys songs or something?
I hung with the Beach Boys till one of them got hit by a boat.
I watched this fucking movie about that guy, the Freeway Rick Ross. I did watch a movie called Kill the Messenger.
Huh? Fuck all y'all.
Boy, we left you hanging?
Serial, it's all right, brother. There's nothing wrong with a little silence.
You should have the cricket sound effects for when you fucking derail the conversation like that. No, so I watched this this movie about Freeway Rick Ross. It was called Kill the Messenger, and it stars the dude who was like the Jason Bourne when they tried to do it without Jason Bourne, Jeremy Renner. And he was this reporter that found out that Freeway Rick Ross was getting all his drugs from these dudes in Nicaragua, and that the CIA knew, not only did they know about it, but they permitted it. Like Oliver North from the Reagan administration allowed drugs to come into the United States knowingly. They sold it to Rick Ross. He destroyed South Central Los Angeles with crack habits. And the government was fully behind it because they could then, I think they would seize the crack money. They would seize the money, then funnel that money back to Nicaragua to fund rebels to overtake the government, who was communist at the time.
JC.
And the government knew all about it.
JC, wait a minute. You're incredibly knowledgeable about this guy.
And he still said Rick Ross the other day when we were having our debate.
I know. This. Okay, so you're just this basket full of internet knowledge, by the way.
Well, conspiracy knowledge.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. But
Well,
he
I
did.
mean,
Guess
it's
who
not-
took
by
the
the way,
rap?
this-
But who took the rap for all of it?
Hold on.
Rick Ross, he
Yes.
did. You're right. He went to fucking jail. And the
We're
CIA.
putting on our tinfoil hat.
But these are
Okay,
facts.
it's not. Yeah, Tyson's right, dude. This is
I
not
thought
like
we were
crazy
taking a different
conspiracy
turn
shit.
there.
No, this isn't a conspiracy. No. Well,
This
I
is-
guess it is. It's a CIA conspiracy.
Yeah, there you go.
But
I
it's a
thought we were going
true
down
one.
that
It's a real conspiracy. It's a thing that
Nope.
actually happened.
You watch Blackfish and now you believe SeaWorld is poisoning tuna. So
Okay, dude, they're not poisoning tuna, but okay, don't derail on this Blackfish yet. We can get to Blackfish in a second.
Please.
Tyson is so right because this is a mind-blowing thing when you think about it. The government allowed drugs to come into the country and be sold, then seized all the property and the money, funneled it back to the country, funded
what do you
rebels
think
that overthrow
Pablo
a government.
Escobar was, man?
Yeah, well, I get all that, but then guess what else they did?
They arrested the
Tyson
guy.
makes a great point. They arrested the fucking guy. They arrested the guy and put him in jail.
They allowed
and
him to take all the
that,
rap.
Well, they killed
Yeah,
Pablo Escobar as well.
insult to injury. Not only did they put the guy in jail, then his best friend takes his name and has a successful rap career.
Not best friend. Like the fat kid from the back of the class that
like
smells like piss.
They was
Acquaintances.
homies. They was homies.
Wow, man.
Yo, Pissy Steve! Where my pencils at, bitch?
Did
Man,
you? So you
what-
heard all about that story too, Tyson?
Yes.
The
Well, I've
letting the
seen
drugs
this-
come in.
Yes, and like I said, he did a whole podcast tour when he got out of prison, and he started writing this book and got that whole deal signed and figured out. He kind of went on a podcast tour and hit a lot of the podcasts that I listened to. So I heard it there, and then I saw the same kind of documentary movie that you did. I found it crazy interesting, man. It was really bizarre, and I just feel bad for the guy coming out of prison. And there's someone that's made all this money off of his name and his reputation and his history, and he's just sitting in prison the whole time. So he's trying to recuperate some damages from that, and kind of. I mean, I feel he's well deserved.
It's probably, he's definitely in the right because it's probably now where they come up to him and they go, "Hey, why'd you take the rapper's name? What's up
Yeah.
with that, dude?
Yeah.
You're Rick Ross, like the rapper, right?" He's like, "No, motherfucker, I am Rick Ross."
And he's got some crazy, interesting prison stories as well.
Okay, so
Do you,
hold on. So there's Richard Donald Ross, born 1960, Highway Rick Ross. And then there's Rick Ross, William Leonard Roberts II, born 76, which is the rapper.
So his name is really Rick Ross.
Yeah, Freeway? Yeah, Richard Ross.
No, the other guy.
No, the other guy, the thief, is William Leonard Roberts II.
Oh, you're not even close.
Leonard? Fucking Leonard stole Rick Ross's name?
William.
Yeah. Pissy Leo! Pissy Leonard!
Lee Will.
Leonard, you piss pants!
Lee Will.
Bring me
He
a
was
pencil, bitch!
definitely. He was a piss pants with man boobs. old Leonard from fucking class who it probably was just everyone just fucking, he probably stunk and everyone didn't want to sit next to him. And he's just sitting there in the back with no friends. and
Muttering
he's
to
just
himself,
thinking,
I'll get you one day. Rick Ross,
Yeah,
you
just-
pompous ass, I'll get you.
Here comes the fucking Rick Ross army. Oh, God.
fuck him. You know what? Now I get it now. It's all bluster with his you're nobody till somebody kills you. You're nobody till somebody steals your identity. That's what he should fucking rename the song. What a piece of shit. Now I hate him.
I know.
Fuck that
He
guy.
I know. I
uses the
feel the
guy's
same
credit
way.
file.
You just turned me 180 degrees.
And he's in
on that
so
guy.
many songs. He's featured in so many
Well,
songs.
no, more power to him. If I could get into 1,000 songs, fuck y'all. I don't give a shit. Call me a sellout. I am so selling out. I will be in every. You want? Oh, what you burp into the mic for an hour? Let me hit it up. I'll remix it. I'm in.
Well, everybody, I do judge a lot of people. I watch things and people get mad at me. They go because I always go, they're a fucking sellout. And they go, well, you wouldn't do the same thing? I go, I definitely would do the same thing. I just would never claim to be a fucking artist either. You know, like
that is true. You can't be Kanye and selling Subway sandwiches.
Yeah.
How does he? What is his position on this? How is he defending this? And how is it?
Kanye?
No,
Oh.
I'm talking about Rick Ross because he's been taken to court for damages and all this. The real Rick
Well, I
Ross.
think maybe he tried to do the thing. Okay, did you guys? There's a show on Comedy Central called Nathan For You, and he did what was it? Cyril, he did a fake Starbucks,
Lame Starbucks. Did you hear
lame
about that?
Starbucks. So he, you can tell him about it because it's a pretty cool idea.
He opened a coffee. Like the show is about this guy coming to fix your business. So one of the episodes, he's fixing a coffee shop, and he's like, "We need rebranding," and he's supposed to be this like marketing guru. And he shows up and convinces this coffee shop to change their whole name and structure to Lame Starbucks under an obscure parody law and call it an art installment. So they had the same logo, the same everything, except for it said Lame Starbucks. And they bought coffee from Starbucks and made it in their store and sold it to people. And it operated for like a week before Starbucks sued them and tried to get a cease and desist against them.
that didn't take long at all.
And then they took it to court over a parody and called it art and got it like cleared. It is art.
Really?
It is a social statement. So you're allowed to do this. And
So I kind of wonder if Rick Ross could defend himself under parody law. He could just go like, you know, I'm just a fucking Weird Al of hip hop, you know, like he just needs to put out a song called something about, you know, eating tacos or burrito grandes or something. And
Man, I feel
it's
bad
a
for Starbucks got Rick Ross.
Yeah, they did.
I feel bad for him now.
I'm pretty sure that was, again, they went out of business and didn't do it anymore. But for a show and for like news headlines, like real news showed up and covered what is this happening in lower Los Angeles or wherever.
No, it was like a headline. It was trending on like CNN, dude. That
like a year before the show came out.
Because he really opened a store. He was real. He opened a store called Lame Starbucks and got away with it. So I think like Rick Ross could equally defend himself that way. I don't know if it'd work or not, but I don't know what else his defense would be.
Well, you
other
can't
than I guess
sue
he could,
me for using your, like, I could start calling myself JC King any day, and it's not like a trademark thing.
No, but you could argue that there is like that name because Freeway Rick Ross had built like an empire, a crack empire. That name carried a certain
that he was a
brand
public
or-
figure.
That's not going to hold up in court, though, dude. I mean,
I could call
Well, I
myself Donald
definitely-
Trump today, and no one can stop
No,
me.
Trump would fucking sue
Yeah,
you. I guarantee
Trump
you
would
his
fuck
name is
you.
Trump
trademark.
would buy me out.
he would. You should do it. You could make some money off
From
of that.
now on, call me Donald Trump.
But I'm like thinking, I am thinking like his defense could be that, or the only other defense he could offer is he could say like truthfully, he could be like, hey guys, my real name's Leonard. I was
Give me
fat,
a break.
I had man boobs and I used to oil myself down with popcorn butter.
Leonard?
Yeah, and then I think the judge would go like, nah, that's fucking, we're gonna let you keep the name. Just give him like, 5% of your hip hop money every time you put a new song out.
Anytime you say your own name, you owe him $500,000.
This has been an Exploded production. For more where that came from, go to exploded.com.